Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie Palmieri. I'm going to be your instructor for this course, which is MSP 2741 this spring 2014. First, I just want to welcome you to class. I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am, or I'll go through the course syllabus. We're going to look at some recent changes I made and talk a little bit about why I made them. I'll take you through the course website, and to wrap up, I'll walk you through Google Drive and what it looks like now in our class folder. So that's what's on tap. So a little bit about me. I went to Lehigh University. I stayed there and got my master's degree in secondary ed. I've worked with all different kinds of students from middle school, high school, college. One thing that I very much cherish is my experience at a program called Lehigh Valley Summer Bridge. I've been working there coming up on 7 years, 4 years as a teacher, 2 as an administrator. What I love about this program is it is a place where middle school students in the Lehigh Valley who are economically underprivileged can get a great education. It's an enrichment program. It's totally free for the students that apply. Um, and it's just a great way for the students to learn and get what they're not getting in the classroom, and for the teachers that work there to learn how to become teachers and to go back out into the valley and teach. So this is a program I'm very passionate about. It's actually something I'm going to be using as an example most of the time during this course as an example of what we're doing. We'll come back to that later, but you'll be very familiar with this website and my cause by the end of the semester. So right now I'm currently a doctoral student at Temple in the Media and Communication program. I am coming up on my dissertation, so it's been a very long haul and I'm ready to power through it. That's where I am. I'm studying young adult fiction and media and looking at the institution of young adult literature and how that gets translated from books to films to fan fiction. So that's sort of where I'm coming from. In terms of this course, this is the second time I've taught this course, so I made a ton of changes from last semester, and I'm still making changes, so it's all kind of a big experiment, but I have great plans for us this semester. I'm really excited about that. So let me walk you through the syllabus very quickly. Basically what this course is all about is social movements. I had a sort of vision last semester. We talked a little bit about social movements and it just wasn't enough. So the entire course is going to be all about you creating, or at least starting to create, your own social movement. My reasoning behind this is that we so often are being told that we can make a difference and we can make a change and we've got all these incredible tools at our fingertips, and yet we don't always use them the way we can, or we're not always taught how to use them in great ways. So I really thought it would be a great idea, since you're enrolled in this course, you have to do it, to really give you the opportunity to create your own movement. Pick a cause, something that you're very passionate about, and see how far you can take it and lay the groundwork for hopefully something that you continue in the future. So there are no required texts for the course, and we're going to be working primarily off of the course website, and you'll have the link right here. You should already be familiar with our website. Let me just pull it up here. So the website is really going to be a hub for this course. The New to Class tab is really going to take you through all of the different things you need to do in order to be prepared for class. I'm going to have to make a couple of changes to this based on the changes I make to the syllabus, but I'll refresh this over the next couple days. Make sure that you can actually get into the course, that you're registered for the course officially. Make sure that you are on Blackboard. I added the course, so you should be able to access it there. I'll be putting your grades there, your attendance, grades, and you can really contact classmates and me through Blackboard. We're going through the syllabus now. We'll talk about this survey later. The announcements page is very important. This is where I'm going to post everything about this course. Instead of flooding your email inboxes with a million different emails, instead I'm going to post all the changes to this course, or all the updates about this course, on the announcements page. It is going to be your responsibility to check this page, okay? I'm not going to be sending you a bunch of email reminders. Everything is going to be on the announcements page. Once again, it is your responsibility to check this page. every day, if you can, would be great. Frequently, at the very least, this is where everything will be. So that is that. In terms of course materials, you'll see the assignments tab is where you're going to get an overview of all the assignments. Assignment rubrics is where everything is laid out in detail, instruction sheets, examples, point amounts. Homework examples is something that I'm doing to really give you a feel for what it is I actually want you to do. I have a lot still to create, but what you're going to do is, this is my blog of homework examples. So you'll navigate it by the categories, and these are titled exactly as I'm asking you to title them. So for example, we'll go to Google Drive, and here's exactly what I expect your page to look like, right? Except with your information, obviously. It's very important that you use the categories as the navigation bar, because the dates in which these are posted are not always going to be in line with the dates they're due for you. So for example, selecting a cause is the first one that comes up. That's not the first one you're doing. So again, use this navigation bar to find the correct one. Okay, lessons. These are the lessons that you're going to be doing. I know it's kind of a long menu bar, but this is the best way to kind of lay everything out. So when you click on these lessons, what you're going to do is read whatever information I have put out, watch any videos that I have there, do any of the activities that I suggest that you do, and then there will always be the homework at the end, and these points will correspond to the point numbers on the syllabus and on the website. These are all the homework assignments. Okay. Vocabulary I'm working on, resources I'm working on. I'll kind of take you through this at another time. And the blog is really just a place where I'm putting up course materials that I think will be interesting to you. Okay, so before we get too much further into the syllabus, I want to explain some of the changes I made just from the original syllabus that I posted that a lot of you probably have already read. So originally what was going to happen was we would have 10 online, live, in person, so to speak, sessions throughout the semester, and then you would be doing independently a series of lessons with homework assignments attached to them. Okay, so instead, what we're going to do is we're not going to do live online sessions. What we're going to do is I'm going to record those 10 sessions. You're going to watch them, and then there will be an assignment attached to those sessions. And in addition, you will still be completing the lessons and the homework that goes with them. So let me show you what I mean. It's going to sound like extra work, but really the assignments attached to the sessions are things you would have done in class anyway, right? So on the course schedule, I have it divided into sessions and lessons. The sessions are in blue, the lessons are in pink, and everything is going in order by due date, right? Starting with the one that's due the soonest to all the way down to finals week, which is obviously the last thing that's due. So every time you see a blue session on here, what that means is I'm going to post this video, and by Sunday, 1:26 by midnight, you will have watched that session, and then you will have gone into Google Drive to your group folder and completed the session assignment. Okay? When I go into the Google Drive folder, it will become more clear. I just want to explain this all the way through first. Again, session 2. By Sunday 2/2 at midnight, you should have watched session 2, which I will post to the website, and gone into the Google Drive in your group folder and completed the assignment attached to it. When you come to a lesson, which is in pink, the lessons are listed here that you have to do. This is the due date, and this is where you're going to be submitting them, right? So due by Wednesday 2/5 at midnight, you're going to have to do the Weebly intro lesson, the screenshots lesson, and the Google Drive lesson. So these lessons are titled exactly as you will see them, or at least close to as you'll see them on here in the course materials. So the first one being the Weebly intro lesson. right? You'll click on the lesson, and you're going to do everything on the lesson in the order that you see it, and then you'll complete the homework assignment, okay? So for this one, you're going to watch this instruction video, you're going to create an account, you're going to create a standard page, create a blog page, and then complete this homework assignment, okay? Okay, so the second lesson, the screenshots lesson, on that particular due date, you're going to read any information I have, watch any videos, think about questions I have there, complete the homework, okay? And that just goes for everything that you see on a particular day. So again, lesson 1, Weebly intro, screenshots, and Google Drive all due by this date. If you want to see an example of what I'm expecting, click on Homework Examples, and you'll come to a blog page titled Homework Examples, where I have completed examples of all the homework assignments I'm asking you to do. Now, they're not going to appear on this blog in the order that you have to do them, so you're going to need to use the categories to navigate. So I haven't completed them all yet, but this is where they'll be. So for example, where is it? Google Drive, right? For that particular homework assignment, this is what I expect to see with your information, right? For the screenshots, here's what I expect to see. Okay, so I will have all the different lesson homework examples on this page, and you simply navigate through the side, find the one you're looking for, which will be titled exactly as I ask you to title it and tag it, and see what I'm asking for. Okay, so again, sessions will be recorded videos. You are going to watch them and complete the attached assignment by the due date, and lessons will be on the website under course materials, lessons. They will be titled as they are on the syllabus. What's going to happen is as we get down into the heart of the class, you're going to be actually producing physical work, right? Work on your website. So for example, in lesson 7, you're going to create a home page on your website, and you're going to create a specific navigation on your website. So you're going to complete those two lessons here, right? Home page and navigation, site navigation, okay? Once you complete those, you're going to post them on your blog. The next session, what's going to happen is your group partners are going to critique your work, okay? And you're going to critique their work. So that's going to sort of be how it goes for the second half of class. So let me take you into Google Drive to show you exactly what I mean. So in Google Drive, remember you're going to sign into your Temple email account. You're going to go over into the corner where you see this box, and you're going to click on Drive. It's going to take you to your drive, right? So here's my drive. You're going to look for the MSP 2741 Spring 2014 folder. Okay. And what you're going to do is go into group folders, and you're going to see I've sorted you all by group, right? Just by last name in alphabetical order. So I'm going to take you through group 1 since I finished that one already. Let's say I am have the last name Beretta, right? I'll click on this. I'll look for the session, whatever session I'm completing. 10 is oddly up here. I can't get it to get down here. So anyway, session 10's up here, be aware. And the project proposal is in here. So if I'm doing session 1, I watch the video, which you're doing right now. And then to complete the assignment, I click on pre-course thoughts. What you'll see when you click on that folder is all of your names. So I would find my name, click on that particular document. You will have the ability to edit it, and you're simply going to answer the questions, right? So if my last name is Beretta, these are the questions that I am answering. I'm asking for 300 words for both questions, and it's pretty simple, right? You want to make sure that once you add anything, right, that it saves it and says I'll change it to Drive before you actually click out of it. When you're done, you just click out, and I will be able to go in and see it. What you'll notice is that it modifies the time, so I will be able to see when exactly you completed this assignment and I'll be able to see that you did it on time or not on time. So there's a couple like the pre-course thoughts where it's a class summary, pretty straightforward, 2 questions. When we get into the critique, you'll see that it's more of an Excel sheet. So if I am Beretta, I'm going to comment on Adam, Brindisi, Chamberlain, and Chimmel, right? I won't comment on my own. So when I click on one of my partners, I'm critiquing my partner's work. Okay, so let's say this is for the home page, okay? And I'm Beretta, I'm going to comment here. So what are my initial reactions to Adam's work? I type it in here. What did I think was successful and why? I type it in here, right? It just goes on. It's pretty straightforward, okay? So you'll all be working off these same documents. Again, when you go into your group, you'll be able to see everything. It's very straightforward. Just read the titles. It should make perfect sense. Again, when you are critiquing something, you're not critiquing your own, you are critiquing everyone else's, and I expect you to do all the ones that you see in here. So for homepage and navigation, they're 2 separate critiques. Okay. To wrap up this session, I just want to go through the rest of the syllabus and once again, just kind of sum up what exactly is going to be happening in this class and why we're doing what we're doing. So in terms of the session viewing, I just went over that, the difference between sessions and lessons. The sessions, again, are in place of live online sessions. Instead, you're going to watch the recordings, complete the so to speak, in-class assignments, and you're going to be doing the lessons for homework. In terms of my expectations, I really just expect you to be students, right? I expect you to do the assignments that I'm asking you to do. I expect you to turn them in on time. I expect you to really just be respectful to all parties involved. It's going to be very, very important that you complete these assignments because your work is going to affect all of your group members' work, right? In order for them to get the best out of this course, you need to critique their work. And if you don't do it, it's not going to be helpful to them, and vice versa. In terms of logistics, I will be holding virtual office hours. So what's going to happen is I'm going to hold my office hours for this class on Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. throughout the entire semester. What that means is that during those hours on Tuesdays, I will be logged into my Temple email and I will pay exclusive attention to your class's emails. Please title them MSP 2741 office hours and give me a directed question. You know, I can't look at your whole website, but I can certainly look at a specific thing and provide you feedback. So again, if you need to get in touch with me and you need an immediate response, Tuesdays from 8 to 10 p.m. is going to be your best bet, although I do check my email pretty frequently. But again, Tuesdays from those times is when you're going to get a direct response back from me. It's going to be first come, first serve based on the timestamp, and I'll do my best to get to everyone. In terms of course policies, you can kind of go through this yourself. It really just explains exactly what I've talked to you about throughout this session. Academic honesty, I expect you to cite anything that you have taken from somewhere else. When it comes to the website, what you can do is, let me pull up something I've taken before. Let's try this one, we'll see if something comes up. So when I take something from another site, when I do a screen cap or whatever, I link it to that site that I took it from. That will be fine. I don't need you to do an APA citation for that. But if you take a screenshot of something and you use it on your website, you need to create it so that this image is then linked to the original source. That's what I mean. Okay. In terms of the grade, all the sessions and the assignments that go with them are going to be worth 10 points. There's 10 throughout the semester. The homework in your lessons are going to break down into 10, 20, and 30 points, as you see here. The final website is going to be worth 100 points. So that's 600 points total for the course. Figuring out your grade is really simple. I don't do anything by, this is worth 20% of your grade or whatever. I'm just doing straight points. So at the end of the course, you're going to take the points that you have, your total points, divided by the total number of course points, multiply by 100. That percentage is going to correspond to a letter grade. Pretty simple. Okay, so once again, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the purpose of this course and my vision for it and what I'm hoping we're all going to get out of it. Again, last semester we kind of ping-ponged all over the place in terms of different things about internet history and online media, online privacy, all those kinds of things. What I came up with last semester was an idea for this semester to have each of you really do something incredibly significant. I want you to pick a cause and create a movement, right? We're going to learn in the next couple of sessions about some social movements that have been influenced heavily by internet and mobile technology, so something like the Arab Spring or anything that the group Anonymous does, right? These are just two examples of how the internet and mobile technology has really mobilized people in a different way than we've ever seen before. And the way I see it, our current status as a society here in America is that we're not really big on the gatherings, right? We're not big on the marches or the rallies. They happen, and they sort of happen on a decently large scale, but something like Occupy Wall Street was big in a sense, but it fizzled out, right? Um, and so I think what's going to be really helpful to us in terms of activism is using the internet and getting people who are sitting on their butts at home to do something that actually means something, right? So your job is really going to be about producing web materials, your website, a Twitter profile, a Facebook profile, resources that motivates people to get on board with whatever you're supporting. So in terms of what you can pick, and this will come a little bit later as well, but just to give you kind of an overview, you could pick something like I've picked Summer Bridge, the organization that I work for. It's a small local organization, right? We have about 80 kids each summer enrolled in the program and 16 teachers. It's in the Lehigh Valley, and it's something that I can really spread the word in the valley and actually get people to get on board, to donate money, come to events. Another great example, which you'll see in one of the lessons, is I had a student last semester who created an online clothing store. And the clothing, the whole purpose of it is it's genderless clothing, right? His whole goal is to create a movement of fashion that defies our traditional gender norms. And so if you are an artist, if you are a musician, if you are a designer, if you create something in any way, shape, or form that has that underlying motivation of some kind of social change, whether it's in terms of race or gender, age or nationality or whatever, you are welcome to create a movement and a website all about you and all about what you're doing. And again, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but the idea is that it's going to be something fairly local, whether it's in your hometown or here in Philly. It's going to be something that you can maybe create events for, that you actually have people show up to them. Maybe you talk to your other classes about these things. You send Twitter messages, you send Facebook messages, right? It's going to be all about you designing a plan and implementing a plan to get people to do something, right? To support a cause that's worthy and meaningful. So that is sort of my vision. I think by the end of the semester, I'd like you to all have a working website that you can, if you choose to, continue to use after this course. I want you to have a full Facebook page and profile for this cause, a full Twitter profile for this cause. I want you to be actively putting messages out into the universe, and we're going to see what comes back. Right? This is going to be an experiment for you in how to use the web to further your opinions and your ideals and your values, and we're going to see what exactly works and what doesn't. So at the end of class, you're going to do a reflection and you're going to figure out what went well, what didn't go so well, and how can you improve your plan in the future. So that's what's on tap for this course. I'm really, really excited about this. I've been thinking about it all winter, planning all winter, and I'm really excited to see what you all come up with. So right now, what you're going to do is you're going to go into your Google Drive. You're going to find your group folder. So again, let's say I am the person with the last name Beretta. I'm going to click in here. I've just watched the video. I'm going to find session 1, pre-course thoughts. I'm going to find my own name, my document, and I'm going to answer the questions, which is, once it comes up, what are you looking forward to about the project we're going to take on this semester, and what do you think is going to be difficult about this project? So that, once you complete these questions, will complete your session for this first session. And then just coming up on tap, you're going to have session 2 due by Sunday, February 2nd. And the first lesson, which incorporates 3 different things, due by Wednesday, February 5th at midnight. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. You can also always leave comments on any announcement that I post. The comments are open. Please feel free to comment on anything that you need answered, and I will answer it. So that's all for now. I'm going to sign off, and good luck with the first couple of assignments.